On the weekends after Shabbos, I like to watch a little history on the internet. And I come across this documentary done several years ago about the Nuremberg trials, and another one about the rise of Nazism in Germany. My grandpa's brother fought in World War II in Normandy. They swore never again. The world swore never again. Well, here we are fighting the same battle again. Antisemitism running rampant. And I'm just wondering, how many times are we going to have to fight this same battle? It doesn't surprise me, not really. The hatred's always been there. False reports on the news about Israel bombing a hospital, proven to be false later. Hamas reporting 11,000 civilian casualties. Yeah. Oh, I would believe Hamas. Yeah, they're very reputable. Now, I can guarantee you, they include all of their soldiers, the terrorists, in those numbers. Now, are there civilian casualties? Unfortunately, yes. In a time of war, there will be civilian casualties. It's unavoidable. But no other army on earth has ever gone to the lengths that the IDF has to minimize civilian casualties. No other army drops 2 million leaflets telling exactly where and when they're going to strike. Nobody does that. And still, Israel wins. Every time. 1948, Syria, Jordan, Egypt, all those countries around in Israel, when Israel was first formed from the United Nations, attacked to try to snuff out Israel before it even got started good. They lost terribly. 1967, same thing. They lost terribly. 1973, again, they lost terribly. But Allah is with you, right? You know what it looks like to me? It looks like to me that you guys just don't get the message. You're no better than Pharaoh was. You fight against God and honestly think you have a chance of winning. It's not going to happen. Let me tell you a little secret about the God we serve. In 1994, I was driving a taxi in my hometown, and I got shot in the head. The bullet went in here, come out here, cut my carotid artery on the way out. I lost 7 pints of blood, died 3 times on the operating table, and was in a coma for 3 more days. All right? 98% recovered. Pretty good. 3 years ago, I was diagnosed, well, a little over 3 years now. I was diagnosed with bladder cancer. It was almost too late. They thought it was too late. The cancer had already gotten outside of my bladder. So they started chemotherapy and the cancer started shrinking. They went in to take out my bladder, discovered I had prostate cancer too. So they took that out as well. No sign of the cancer. Health as a horse. I'm 60 years old and I'm totally unmedicated. I have no heart problems, no high blood pressure, None of that. And you guys know I smoke a pipe. So explain it. Explain to me how the Lord God of Israel, the God of hosts, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, has kept his promise for 5,000 years, since Abraham, consistently. We're still here. Every single one of our enemies that tried to eradicate Israel and kill all the Jews is gone, except for this enemy. Now, let's look at it from a Muslim point of view. I studied a great deal. Let me tell you what the Quran says. The Quran says that if the Muslims don't keep their religion, that Allah will judge them too. You know what Islam says about total war? It forbids it. Scorched earth forbids that. Raping people, murdering babies, killing non-combatants, killing the elderly, holding hostages, it forbids all of that. So from a Muslim point of view, you explain to me how you can accomplish the will of Allah by violating the law of Allah. Not that I believe in Islam. I don't. Naturally, I'm a Jew. I don't believe in Islam. But that's their religion. You would think people who love their religion so much would at least take the time to follow it. But no, they don't. Tell you something else Islam says. When a Muslim nation violates Islam, all the Ummah, the whole community around that nation, every Muslim nation is obliged, according to the Quran, to take them out. That's what it says. Ask an imam. Well, might not want to do that. Their reputation for the truth is getting kind of tarnished here lately. But read the Quran yourself. You really should. So, this is the way it stands right now. We're fighting this same war again. The war of hatred. Hatred of a people who do not value life. Who do not value their own kids. Who lie. A people who put missiles, armament, military headquarters in mosques, hospitals, schools, civilian neighborhoods. A people who, when the IDF warns the civilians to get out of the way, warns them to get out of the way, Hamas threatens to shoot them, and does shoot them if they try to leave. They use their own civilians as human shields. And the world is okay with that. All the news media is okay with that. All the lies, they don't care. But that's okay. Because the same God that called Abraham, the same God that called Moses, the same God that backed up Samson, that called Samuel, the same God that saved me, is still on the throne. Now you can say what you want. You can believe what you want. Doesn't matter to me. But at least have some kind of sense of self-preservation and don't fight against God. Adonai will win every time. And he never breaks a promise. He's never broken one to Israel, and he's never broken one to me. Only other advice I can give you people who stand up for Hamas Get a brain.